Good. Okay, we're going to call the Wednesday, January 5th, 2022 Board of Education meeting back to order. Everyone, please silence your electronic devices and we will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Additions and deletions to the agenda since Friday mailing.
I don't have any additions or deletions, but I do have two corrections. I'd like to correct 7.1 to include that the effective date will be January 6th for our building aid. And I'd like to correct 8.1 to take out the January 18th and just make the beginning of the second session on March 14th to May 11th.
Okay. Do we need a motion for those corrections, right?
Just approve that they were changed.
Okay. Can I have a motion for the Mrs. Klein, Mr. Engel, all in favor? All right. I need a motion for the acceptance of the minutes of the December 15th, 2021 BOE meeting. Mrs. Burns, Mr. Engel, all in favor? All right. We have no awards, honors, or recognitions tonight. We have no hearings and petitions. I need a motion for one or all of the business considerations.
Through 6-9.
Okay, do we have a second? Mrs. Klein. Before we vote on it, we do want to call out, we have, and thank for the donations from Price Chopper Market 32 for $500 for the RCS Backpack and Food Pantry Program. A donation of $2,000 from Lafarge for the donation to be split between the 4 buildings for holiday gifts, distribution, and a donation from the Community Foundation of the Greater Capital Region for $1,409. So we want to thank all of those people for those donations. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion's passed. Need a motion for one or all of the personnel considerations.
Motion for all 7-1 through 7-13.
Okay, do we have a second? Mrs. Klein, we do want to call out, we have some retirements in our packet this evening. So the Board of Education approves with regret the retirement of Stephanie Brandley, Colleen Sanders, and Joanne Isabella. Got them all. So I want to thank all of them, and hopefully they enjoy all their time in retirement. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion's passed. 8.1 through 8.3 are informational items only. Special reports. I did want to report out to everyone that we had a meeting back before the holidays with the RCSTA negotiations team, and everything looks like it is going well, and we will be meeting again with them next week. So we will update you as we go along. Anyone else have anything they would like to discuss? I will turn it over to Dr. Bailey.
Welcome back. The holidays. We managed to open our doors on Monday with nearly 40 staff members out on COVID protocols and other related things. And I think all the schools in our area, we know everyone has been affected by this, but I sincerely want to thank the staff who filled the gaps. We had people doing some things they wouldn't ordinarily be doing in order to be able to open for our students. That includes our bus drivers and our aides who are doing double and triple runs sometimes to get the work done, to get our kids here. Our custodial staff who are in over the break and have continued to do our cleaning, and our instructional staff who just teaching is hard to begin with, and then doing all of the rest of this stuff on top of it is just exhausting. So ideally they got some rest before we came back. There's been some continuing changes to COVID protocols over the break. The governor announced that every child was going to receive COVID tests to bring home with them. And she had intended for them to be in everyone's hands prior to this past Monday. That it was not possible. They didn't even get to our region until Friday, Saturday before we reopened. So we did make them available to families this morning. Any family who is interested in picking the test up is welcome to do so. And They just pick up a pack. There's 2 tests in a box, and really, they're peace of mind. A little bit more assurance if someone believes that their child might have been exposed at some point, or we're coming back from the next break and I want to test their child beforehand. That's great. They're 15-minute tests. They're rapid. Say it again, Kristen? Oh, in any one of the main offices. If you have students in every building, you can just go to Peter B. and pick them up for all your kids. It's not like you have to go to every building. We're just giving them to folks for however many children they have, they can take them. And we'll be sending in our letter tomorrow or on Friday more information, as we go on. There's all kinds of things from the CDC and the Department of Health of changes of protocols. So we'll put as many updates as we can in our letter on Friday. And the last thing I wanted to say is that Teddy called out some of the donations that we've gotten. In particular, I wanted to make note of the Savic and Lafarge donations. They've been very generous with us this year, each of them giving $2,000. And what happens is we have teams of people in our buildings who collect information about where the neediest families are and students are around that money. So I wanted to recognize some of the teams who are helping to lead that at the high school: Jessica Dorr, Kim Mathias, and Lorraine Gell. The middle school, Kathy Duravage. At Becker, Deb Conti, Tara Stott, Sandy Ackert, and Denise Mulligan, one of our retirees. And at Peter B., Michelle King and Lindsay Pula. So they kind of led the charge, and there were a lot of staff who contributed to both making decisions about where this money could go and to purchase things for the children. But they also do glove drives and hat drives and do other donations. We have extremely generous people who work in our district, and they help to make not only this season, over December break, more pleasant, but they continue to donate. And we use the money for backpack programs and other things that it's really heartwarming. And we say schools are the center of the community. The work that our staff does on this is very, very important, because there's not a lot of other resources out there for our families right now.
Okay, all set. We'll turn it over to Mr. Engelhardt.
So since our last board meeting, we had various holiday concerts as well, and I think folks were really excited to have some sort of normal holiday feel. So a huge thank you to our students, and especially kind of in these peculiar situations, the staff being able to teach them and bring them to where they were. Some of our students started band in COVID virtually, and to see how far they've come is great. Our last American Rescue Plan, or the money that comes through the CARES Act, was due over this holiday break. So we are going to publish some of what we are spending funds on to our website, and we might do a quick presentation here to the board as well. But I just wanted to let you know that occurred over our holiday break. A couple of months ago we signed in, or a month and a half ago, we signed an MOA around instructional check-ins for students. So students who are quarantined will get some sort of work to do at home, but then teachers are meeting with students outside of the school day. And just yesterday I signed over 65 sheets to say that this work is happening. I know that teachers are looking at this as a way to kind of help with that continuity of learning, and then also to keep that school connection going. If parents want, or if a student's not getting that connection and parents are feeling that's something that needs to happen, please reach out to the teacher and the school. On our website, if you can check it out, we have a senior who's highlighted there, DeAndre English. He attends one of our CTE courses at our BOCES program, and he participated in the 2022 Games for Change Student Challenge. It's a video game design challenge. So we wanted to highlight that tonight as well. And then lastly, just to reiterate what Dr. Bailey said, I subbed in a class for a little bit yesterday, but I just know that our clerical, our TAs, our teachers, our administrators, they're doing everything right now to make sure that our doors stay open. So a huge thank you to them for doing that for our kids.
Thank you. We have no new business unless anybody has any other topics they want to put in there. No? Old business updates. We don't have any. BOE.
We get everything?
All supplies up to date? Question for probably Joanne.
I'll hazard a guess and say they will never all be in,
Okay.
but a great percentage of them are.
Okay.
Are we short on anything? I guess that would be the question. We're still trying to get things besides paper, right?
Markers are a problem, and three-ring binders are sometimes a problem. It's like we get a supply and then it dries up and then you can't get anything again. But what Joanna's done is she's actively sought out other vendors we're bound by certain regulations about who we can go to, but we've sought out other vendors to try and fill those gaps.
Okay.
Okay.
Any update on the students on RCS account?
Yeah, I talked to Bill about that, and what we're going to do is we're going to go at it from an instructional standpoint. So there's benefits and there are problems with opening up email for students to communicate with anyone. Some possibilities are to open it up to EDUs, so that if they're communicating with colleges, for absolutely reasonable and rational, and also we were thinking about job sites for our students who are doing workplace placement. They need to communicate with job sites. So we're going to do some meetings from an instructional basis and then make the change as needed. But we've had some good conversations about that.
Okay.
And then district-wide Wi-Fi.
So we estimate February 1st we'll have Wi-Fi available to our staff for their personal devices. And we're overcoming a hurdle because through COVID we went to a whole new filtering software that is not appropriate for open Wi-Fi. It's not appropriate for visitors. So we need to get some hardware in order to do that. Bill's meeting with the consultant. And what we don't foresee it to be a problem because the equipment, all of the wireless is here. We just need to work on the filtering and then we'll be able to open it up to the public as well. And because every child has a school device right now, what we're considering, and we'll have more discussions from an educational standpoint, is turning on the open Wi-Fi beginning at the end of the school day. Our students all have devices. They have everything they need from an academic standpoint, so that it doesn't become a greater distraction. That may be a possibility. But in that way, then any visitor to the building after school hours or on the weekend would be able to join in.
Okay.
Can they come off or do we keep it on?
What's that?
Do those two come off?
We can leave it on, Sue, because
Yeah,
that's
and
what
I think there still needs to be
until
ongoing
it's
discussion,
done,
so we'll
you
leave
can
them.
leave it on.
Okay.
Okay. BOE committee reports, we have none. Policy adoption and review, we have none. We have no hearings and petitions in the second section. Upcoming activities, we have the Martin Luther King holiday coming up on January 17th, where we will have no school and district offices will be closed. Our next BOE meeting will be January 19th. We have
The 11th, we have a CNI meeting coming up.
Okay.
And Ms. McLaughlin's going to talk a little bit about the individual arts assessment pathway, which is a new pathway that state ed is proposing, and RCS has been selected to help with the piloting of that.
Okay.
So we'll be able to talk more about that at our next board meeting, but I just want to let you know the CNI meeting's on the 11th.
Perfect.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, sounds good. That's CNI, I think, which comes up Monday, right? No,
Tuesday.
Got it. Yeah, I have the invite. Thank you. We do not need to go into executive session. I need a motion for the meeting to adjourn. Mrs. Klein, Mr. Hislop, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.